Hey guys, it's Cat Pudding, and I have a little story to tell. It just happened recently right now. First things first, this shit is so itchy. Okay. TMI, I was having a little neck sweat. It's hot in Florida, okay? Anyways, I have a little story to tell. I posted something on Twitter, and since I already got food and everything, I decided let me just make it a mukbang or whatever. And also, I probably have, again, it's hot in Florida, so if you see something under the arms, it's hot, okay? Don't give me too much help. But, first things first, I should start off the premise of the story. I got Wendy's. You see her right here. On the random side note, I just noticed dark lipsticks. Sorry, I'm just all over the place because it's impromptu, so I'm about to be all over the place as well. I just noticed dark lipstick makes me look more aged, but it's whatever. I still like darker makeup from time to time. But I went to Wendy's after class, and again, Uber, please get it together. I have a video that I haven't edited yet, but I already had another Uber catastrophe. Not really, it will be explained. But this was really like everything went quite smoothly in the sense of the actual ride, but like in the sense of customer service, I guess it would fall under. It's just like, why would you do that to yourself? So in short, basically my Uber ride finally comes after I come to Wendy's. I'm done with Wendy's and everything, and dude has the nerve. I guess some effery was happening outside Wendy's, and some dude got slapped, and another dude was coming to run and slap him. And I don't know if he was trying to be hip because there was two black people entering his car, whatever. But the Uber driver's dumbass proceeds to say, yeah, slap that nigga. Who? Slap what? Listen, I was just like, how do you fit so much problematicness in such a small frame of time? I was just like, that's amazing. That's amazing. And if you don't know yet, what's his race? Clearly white. So I'm just like sitting here, and to build onto that, let me start eating. To build onto that, I'm just wondering why it's 2019 and in some white people's heads, it's not clicking.
It's not clicking. What's not clicking?
That the N-word is not your word to say. It will never be your word to say, and nor do you have a say on should black people say it or not. It's not your word. It's not your word. Even when you created it in racist terms, it was never your word, and you're sure as hell not gonna have the right to tell black people, oh, I get to say it, or no, I do. You guys can't say it either. We let black people as a community decide that shit, okay? And since we're already kind of on that topic, earlier I noticed there's this whole conversation on a problematic woman and this whole black man sticking up for her and saying, y'all, let's let her have a seat at the table. Damn, this sandwich basic, but I'm hungry. Anyways, it's just like, no. I never understand another thing, that why are we always just bringing people, like giving people seats at this imaginary cookout? Why the hell? Why? Like, why don't you not be problematic? How about that? Like, it's funny how allies have to do the bare damn minimum. Sometimes they're not even an ally, which is the crazy part, and we still giving imaginary invitations. But it's just like, I don't understand with just allies of any kind doing the bare minimum of accepting or respecting something, and we're suddenly supposed to bend over backwards. It doesn't make any sense to me. It really doesn't. So let me take a bite of this basic ass sandwich. It's stale. But I'm not gonna lie, the lemonade hitting though. But anyways, yeah, it just boils my blood, because it's just like, how is it you can't understand the simple concept of don't say that word? Like, there's no way. Like, I know history is starting, the school is starting to be trash in teaching the history of slavery, but it can't be that trash. And he was an older man, meaning there is no way. They didn't teach you that that's not okay. Like, there's no way, unless you're around a certain group of people. But in school, I highly doubt that would slide. Like, unless you were in the Jim Crow times. Like, I don't understand. And even now, there's so much stuff in main media that if you, as a white person, decide to say the N-word, you're just plain ignorant. You're ignorant and you're racist. I don't want to hear any discussion of, oh, I didn't know. Because there's so many things that when it comes to a black person in America, if we were to pull, people would be like, how do you not know this? Meanwhile, people could be blatantly racist to black people's faces, and we're supposed to just take that shit, and we're supposed to take a response of, I didn't know. Sis, if you can't go to your boss and when 30 minutes late clocking in and to tell them I didn't know, because there's so much representation, there's so much people talking just general knowledge, don't be late to shit. Same applies with the N-word. I don't understand. I'm not comprehending. And also, Wendy's, what the hell? They ain't get me no ketchup. I had to go get some ketchup. Hold on, I'll be back. I found ketchup. Alright, so anyways, cause I swear the trashness of bigotry is just taking a toll on my mental health. It really is. Just so let's just go on a lighter note. Just a random thing I noticed with Wendy's is like, when you get their 4 for $4, they give you like the they probably, I feel like they give you reheated leftovers, because these never taste as fresh as the other orders. Like when you get a regular ass meal or something like that. But hey, let's start a discussion in the comments, because like Wendy's or McDonald's, or better yet, just in general, what fast food place do you guys think is the best? Because personally, to me, Wendy's reheat food, this right here, is 10 times better than McDonald's fresh food. You could fight me on it. That was a no-go. McDonald's is that place you go as last resort. Like, if that's your first choice for fast food and you have money and you have another location next to you and you actually willingly choose to go to McDonald's, you can't be trusted. You can't be trusted in clothing advice for food, nothing. Personally, the best fast food restaurant to me is Chick-fil-A. Although we are gonna call out that they're homophobic. which is pretty unfortunate. But like, damn them. They had to have the best chicken. They had to have the best chicken sandwiches. Like, damn. But again, McDonald's, especially y'all hyping up their fries. Look, this is undercooked and it's still better than a properly cooked McDonald's fries. I don't know why, what y'all see in the McDonald's fries especially. But it ain't itchy. But yeah. Damn, I wonder how people do this on a regular. I'm trying to find things off the rip of my head to talk about while I'm eating this. And it's like, it's that weird. Ooh, ow. I hate when I have proper time to meditate or marinate over something and it's like crickets. But I did find something to talk about right now. I got an update with me and math. It's still terrible, and now this teacher is even worse. Like, she cannot explain math for her life. She always goes off topic. It's just And I had some good math teachers. I remember this one teacher. Oh God, she was my fave. I had her for geometry. I love her. But anyways, I can't care for math, so we're just gonna brew on past that and find another thing. Like, damn. I'm telling you, I don't know how you guys with these mukbangs thinking of doing more, because you know I like eating and talking. I'm thinking of doing more in the future, but like probably coming with like topics to actually talk about, because it is hard off the rip. Besides what that nonsense that happened right now with Uber that had me really heated. Like, I still cannot believe my eyes. Something came to mind. Y'all, right now, I got serious Twitter fingers. Like, I'm hella active on Twitter right now of recently. And it's crazy. I made a Twitter like 2 years ago, and I'm not actually getting active with it like 2 weeks ago from now. And it's just like, y'all, for those who are following me on Twitter or checking me out on Twitter, the information is below in the description box. Listen, them kids outside, if you see me tweet anything about those kids, just know I talked about it in this video. Those children, another level of disrespectful. Like, in my place of residence, we work hard for the upkeep in which we reside in and everything. And these kids, bruh, they will walk all over the place, like all over the grass especially. And you know, when you walk on grass constantly, it will die. Like, it's not supposed to take that pressure. Just like when you drive all over grass, like there's tire marks where you've driven all over grass and then the grass dies because you're putting pressure on it, extra pressure on it, which will kill it. These kids don't understand that. And judging by how they're walking along, I was about to say roaming around, Jesus, because judging by how they're acting out, it's just like they don't have proper, like, I don't know if the parents are always at work or something, but they're always outside from like school finishing to like near 10. Like, they're always outside. God forbid if school is not here, they will start that nonsense early in the morning at like 7:30, 8 o'clock until late at night. Like, I don't know if the parents are working or they just don't care, but like, we had to get into it with them, and it was not nothing violent or anything, no fighting, but like, we had to call like the people of the community. I don't want to say too much, but like, it was very crazy, like the level of disrespect. And I'm just like, I'm not comprehending, if something's not your property and someone's telling you please get off of it, and then you threaten to further destroy it. What does that mean? Like, what does that say? Like, fam, you're in the wrong. So it's just like, just dealing with a lot. And I just wanted to bring this up to say, one of the kids said something thinking that they were intelligent enough to understand the hypocrisy in what they said, but they said something along the lines, because when you vandalize something, that is legal ground, you know, you could call the cops for that. And they're basically like telling me, you know, you're black, right? I'm black? Oh my god, I'm black. Wow, that would explain so. Wow, I'm black. I didn't know this. I did not know this. Do not use Black Lives Matter for just your benefit when it only benefits you. That really hit me to my core, because I was like, that's another level of hypocrisy I can't comprehend. Because you cannot tell someone Black Lives Matter when you aren't respecting their black life. If you knew, that's why I was just like, these kids really acting up. They really think they smarter than adults. And I'm like, it took me a while, and this sounds cliche, but now I'm realizing why some of these adults really felt offended, you know, when a kid will say something swearing they knew something, and it's just like, you only see a part of the picture. If you understood that black people have to work harder to get the same amount of money, even in same jobs with the same amount of work, black people get paid less. If you knew that fact, you knew that in order for people to upkeep their house, that's gonna be costing more than a white man would have to, because a white man just gotta show up, and you know how the saying goes, we gotta work twice as hard to get half the recognition. So that means we're busting our chops to keep stuff nice. And instead of seeing that and being like, damn, let me respect that. Damn, let me not mess anything up that they got going on here. No, you decide to come mess up our property, and then we come and tell you, hey, that's not cool. And then we come and tell you a second time, and then you're threatening to further damage our property. And then when we come and talk to you, and we're like letting you know, hey, you keep that up, and if you really try some nonsense, we about to really get it popping. You're like, oh, you know you're black, right? No, don't do that. don't like that people are shaming people for calling the police. You know who we need to hold accountable? We can't keep putting stuff on black people like that. You can't hold the police the fuck? No, that's who I'm saying hold accountable. You can't hold black people accountable for needing to use emergency services, or for needing to use the police in a situation where your life, your rights, or your property is being jeopardized. I'm supposed to sit here and be like, damn, you know what? Yeah, you are black. You know, cops treat people unfairly. Hey, let me just let you keep messing up my shit? No. So that's why I'm just like, if you know that fact, why would you compromise yourself? One, why would you compromise yourself? And then two, why would you tell a fellow black person, hey, oh, well, you know, like that just shows how, I don't want to say ignorance per se, but that just shows, like, that just seems big-headed. That's saying, hey, that like gives me a message that you're basically saying, hey, oh, even if you do call, you know, I'm gonna just play a race bait type of situation. And it's just like, yes, I comprehend that black people, that's why we keep warning you repeatedly, don't do nothing stupid, or else we're gonna have to call them, and then you can get into a compromised situation, which we don't want. But if you're pushing our buttons, and that's what we're gonna have to do, that's what we're gonna have to do. And you can't shame fellow black people for that. What you can do, however, what society in general can do, is teach black people, teach police and people in the police force not to be prejudiced, not to be, in a way, you know how there's mental health checks and drug checks? They should do, like, camera cut off. Anyways, as I was saying, I feel like we should have a standardized version of, are you a racist? Are you prejudiced? You know, we should have things like this. And we should also have, because some people might not be overtly, but they could still have microaggressions that they are unaware of and that they need to be aware of. And we need proper training so people on the job won't make prejudiced decisions and decide to treat black people more aggressively, whether they were the victim, the help, or whatever in the situation. I hate that word, the help, sorry. Victim, good Samaritan, perpetrator, whatever the hell. You don't know until you fully analyze the situation. There's no way you can tell me you come on a scene and you're already guns a blazing on the blacks. Like, who? How you figure out all of this that quick? You know? So it's just like, I feel like we shouldn't shame black people for calling the police if we gotta call the police. You know how many times these white people call the police on us for dumbass shit? And I'm calling for something that's completely reasonable. There's no way you can tell me, oh, how can you do that to another fellow black person who's doing something that's unlawful? I'm confused. I'm really confused. So that's why I'm like, I don't like when people say Black Lives Matter, but then when it comes to a trans black life or a gay black life or a woman's black life, it's not as important to a straight man's black life, you know? Or when a black person is being wronged. I hate black on black crime. That's stupid because there's all types of crimes committed by all types of people. And sometimes the victim and the perpetrator are the same race. You can't tell me black on black crime is some newfound thing. If you are committing crime and it's in a place that has a lot of people your same race, dummy, you gonna have a lot of black crime. Like that nonsense is dumb, but at the same time we can't deny the fact that black people do commit crimes. Black people can do some unlawful things. But you know why? It wasn't because they're black. It's because they did the unlawful thing. And their race happens to be black. So that's what I'm basically trying to say. Basically, I'm calling the cops on you because you're being a dumbass on my property. Not because, oh, I want to see a black person in jail. Who thinks that as a fellow black person who gets enraged by injustice of black people? And it's crazy now that you have to hyper explain yourself. I made a whole new word, hyper explain yourself, just to say why I don't like, I need some respect. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. And it's just something that got me heated on my nerves. And I know this is not the most funnest mukbang or like the most, orthodox one with the topics. It wasn't really light, but that was my take and my feelings on things. I had too many damn interruptions. Anyways, as I was saying again, it wasn't the most funnest mukbang. Hopefully in the future I can make it more fun. I just really wanted to get this off my chest, and I just happen to have food here. So anyways, this was cat pudding. And if you guys like this or agree with any of this, like, comment, and subscribe. And again, in the comment section, you could talk about what's your favorite food place to keep it light, or maybe discuss the stuff that I was talking about earlier in the comment sections. All right, well, I'm off again.